Shalom to the hopeful elect of Yashar Allah. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak Badash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles, Great Millstone, who taught me this word, the sincerity and the truth, who grew well, and are still on the highways and byways, and still pushing this word to the end, so that they may receive their crowns of salvation. Salutations to all the Akim throughout the world who are sincere, who are doing the same. This morning I'm going to go into Isaiah the 13th chapter on my way to work. So let's just get it going.
Chapter 13. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, so it says the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, saw. Now that's not talking about ancient Babylon. All right, as you go into the prophecy, you will see that the things that he saw did not happen to ancient Babylon. All right, it's speaking about America. America is Babylon the Great. Okay. And also it says to exalt the voice, to shake the hand against her, right? Meaning prophesy against her, against Babylon, against America, until they go to their nobles and leaders, right, of America, which is Babylon, Babylon the Great, that until they get so upset that they go into the gates, man, and figure out what they're going to do, because the word of the Lord is against them, man. And the elites know that the prophets are out there on the streets, man, you know, doing this exact thing.
I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that...
Right, he called his sanctified ones, his prophets. The mighty ones are the angels. So they're at the ready. Everybody is in their positions. All right, everybody's in the position that the Lord wanted them to be in, to be against this great whore, America. All right, which is in the Bible known as Babylon the Great, the Lady of Kingdoms.
Rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
And that's describing what they call Armageddon, Harmageddon. Okay? You could go to the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter, read about that. And Har means mount. God one means troops. The mount of troops, meaning the assembly of all the nations and their armies to come against the land of Israel right now, because the holy people are not in that land right now. The unholy people are in there, the Edomites. And America is its satellite. Okay?
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land.
Right, and ultimately it's talking about the nations shooting their missiles at America. They come from a far country because they're shooting them from whatever country they're in. The EU nations, at the end, they're not going to have anything to do with America. They're going to shoot off their missiles at her. Okay? This is a direct link with Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right? It's what you will know as World War III. World War III is gonna be a thermonuclear war. All right, with nuclear weapons, man.
Howl ye, For the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall...
Yeah, and this is talking about before the missiles hit. People are going to be in pain by just the pure hearing of them coming. They could, announcing them on the intercoms and on the news networks or whatever, that Russia has just launched their missiles. China have just launched their missiles at America. Russia has just launched their missiles at America. This country has just launched their missiles at America. All at the same time, and people over here are gonna be shook, man. Hell, people are shook right now over the coronavirus, right? Something that they cannot see, but they're gonna be really shook at these things, which they will both hear and see.
Be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
And that's why it's coming. That's why the Lord is ultimately gonna bring those missiles, have those missiles shot, because of the wickedness of the people in this land. Okay, the evils of wickedness, man, especially the wickedness that they have committed against the Lord's holy people. And who are the Lord's holy people? So-called Negroes, West Indians, right? Latinos, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, scattered throughout North, Central, South America, and throughout the earth.
The stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Yeah, the sun and the moon are not going to shine, because after these missiles hit, it's gonna cause what is called nuclear winter. All the soot and the smoke from the fires are going to be too great just for you to see the sun and the moon shining.
And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the
wicked is Esau, man, and 2/3 of our people. But you see, our people is following in the way of Esau. You know, their master. See, what's that scripture? I have created man to be upright, but he sought out the wicked inventions of his neighbor. I'm not quoting it verbatim, but something like that. So the Lord, this is the time when the Lord gave Esau his time to rule. You know, what's that? Acts 17:26. He has set the bounds of the nations that they cannot pass. You know, where it begins out of one blood. All nations were created and all that. He has set the bounds of the nations that they cannot pass. You know, these nations are different peoples, man, than Israel, though. See, the Lord did not bless these nations like he did Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 patriarchs. So we are completely, the Lord is going to do all this to bring us back into our land, man. He allowed Esau to rule, and that's it. And look, Esau, hey, as a devil, he did his job. All right, he single-handedly managed to destroy the earth, pollute the earth, pollute the air he breathes and the water he drinks and the food he eats, man, with all this GMO bullshit. See?
Proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Yeah, an Israelite man, more precious than fine gold. Because when all these, when society breaks down, The financial system collapses. The stock market totally collapses. The dollar totally collapses. They start chipping people everywhere except for the elect. The Lord's going to give spiritual power unto the elect. See? And the people are going to see it and realize it. All right? And then the people who want to be saved and delivered, they're going to, well, of Israel, of course, they're going to run to the men of the Lord, man.
Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of...
That's talking about thermonuclear missiles. These are the vehicles and the instruments that are going to cause this to happen.
Hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
So, a good amount of heathens that are over here in America, Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, Africans, East Indians, they're gonna start going back to their own lands because they're seeing that America is broken, destroyed, man.
Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right, everyone who is joined unto Esau, they're gonna die. The Lord's gonna destroy them, man. You know?
The children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
That's all gonna happen here in the land of America, man. When this society breaks down, everyone's gonna be chasing Esau, man, because they know that they were the problem. They created a lot of, especially the so-called I call them so-called Jayish, you know, Amalek. All right, they created a lot of shit, man, here in America, man, especially towards our people. So they're gonna get it. So I'm gonna stop it here. This is just part one. I'm gonna say shalom. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. I'm gonna come back for a part 2 to finish Isaiah, the 13th chapter out. Shalom.